Okay, this is fantastic because now we've reached an amazing milestone. I mean, not only do you have a fully functioning website with some great products on it, but you're driving laser targeted traffic to it, with your ads that you're now testing. I mean, I know it's early days. We've got an awful lot more to show you here, but this is really, really great stuff. So if you're still with me, congratulations. Now, a subject that comes up quickly after we talk about advertising is retargeting. Now, if you don't know what retargeting is, you're in exactly the right spot because I'm about to answer that question right now. So what is a retargeting? Well, basically, when a visitor comes to your site, we will track their actions so we can target them later. All right, so they're going to come to our site. They might do all kinds of stuff. And we're going to gather information about them, not personal information. Don't worry about this as an intrusion of privacy or anything. We're tracking their actions, where they click, maybe the products they look at, whether they buy, whether they put stuff in the cart, these kinds of actions, yeah? So that we can go back to them later. So let's think about that in a little bit more detail. So what might they actually do on our site? Well, I just mentioned a couple there, but they could buy a product. Pretty straightforward. They might put something in the cart and not buy it, what we call an abandoned cart. Yeah, that can happen. In fact, that happens a lot. People put stuff in the cart, they fill out all of their details, their address, their email, and everything there, but for whatever reason, they don't actually press the buy button. We'd like to go back to those people. Or they might just browse products. They might just browse around your website, looking at various products. They might come back to your site periodically, but not actually be doing anything. Or, maybe they have bought something in the past and now they're coming back, but they don't seem to be buying again, whatever it might be. But you can start to get a picture of all kinds of different actions that people are taking on your website, as they browse around. You've probably seen now with Lucky Orange, for example, if you've used that, one of my tips earlier on, you can see, in fact, how people move around your site. It's quite intriguing to watch those replays. That gives you an idea as well. Now, how can we retarget them? So this is at a very high level, but just to put some thoughts in your head here. Well, one of the things that we could do is send them an email. And I put in here, if we have it abandoned cart. I just talked about the abandoned cart, right? The fact that we have an email. So it makes an awful lot of sense to send an email to somebody and say, hey, I see you were basically on the point of buying my product. Here's a link to it. Please come and buy. Not quite as aggressive as that. I'll teach you a much nicer way of doing it, but you get the idea. We could show them ads on Facebook related to our site. If they're browsing around particular products, but not actually buying them, but genuinely seem to be showing an interest, we could show those ads on Facebook at a later stage. And we could also show those ads on other sites. Now, I'm sure that you've been onto a site, e-commerce, whatever. It could be any site where you are looking to buy something. And then half an hour later, you're looking at a completely different site, that is of interest to you. And suddenly there's an ad there that completely relates to the product that you were just looking at. It's kind of a bit spooky. It feels like it's following you around, right? It's kind of odd. That is retargeting in action. So there you go. Retargeting is a massive, massive subject. I'm going to, introduce you to some of the basic principles and some of the great things that we can do with retargeting. But in a nutshell, that explains what retargeting is.